Very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to this third day. Welcome to this third day of our MCQs. Very good afternoon once again. Welcome to this third day of MCQ sessions. Are you with me? Good afternoon, all of you. Welcome to this day number 3 of our discussion of multiple choice questions. Yes, especially for CS executive as well as CA intermediate. Very good afternoon. So how many MCQs we have done till now and from which topics they were? So majorly we have covered MCQs from GST, and if I'm not wrong, on day 1 we covered 25 MCQs and on day 2 we have covered 30 MCQs. So we have done about 55 MCQs to be precise. Yes, very good. So let us start with today. I can see 10 of you already joined here. Fantastic. Nice to see your enthusiasm even on Sunday. Very good. So let us slowly, steadily begin with our session. Already you must have found today's MCQs in the description. Check this. Day 3 MCQs. Okay, very simple session. Let us wait for 4 to 5 minutes till all of us join. Yes. So I think being Sunday, there will be less number of viewers. I don't know. Let's check. Else, Harshita, what are you pursuing? CA or CS? What about Kirtana? What are you pursuing? Who else has joined today? Yes, let us check who else has joined today. Okay, you are in CA intermediate. Okay, CA intermediate. Okay, Kirtana and Harshita both are for CA intermediate. Have you done tax for me? Have you studied tax for me in any of the regular batches? Acha, Rutuja, yes. Rutuja has joined. Yes, Sanika, good afternoon. Yes, very good. Sanika, you also doing CA? Rutuja, to I know. Fine. Oh, yes, you were in K2 learning. Correct. Got it. If I see you, I'll be able to understand easily. Yes, in K2 learning. Okay. Fine. Let us start for today. So, first MCQ for the day. So, multiple choice questions. Day 3. GST only today. Just 25 MCQs. We'll keep it very simple. Okay, being Sunday, I will not trouble you much. First one. Special purpose vehicle to cater information technology needs of GST is called. What is this special purpose vehicle called? Okay, which caters the information technology needs of GST. Yes, guys, what is it? What is the answer? GST network. So answer is B. Correct. GST network. Answer is B. Very good, Vaibhavi. Vaishnavi, sorry, very good, Vaishnavi. Yes. Second one. Second, GST in India is levied on basis of. So is it consumption principle? Okay, is it set off against that payable principle? a destination based principle, or is it both consumption and destination based principle? What do you think is GST in India based on? So basically we have discussed, okay, multiple times that GST is destination based, consumption based indirect tax. So it is destination based, consumption based indirect tax. So basically consumption principle also and destination principle also. So answer should be D. Correct? So please keep on counting your score. Out of 25, I am going to ask your score at the end. Okay? Then, so no need to discuss with you why it is consumption based. We yesterday discussed, had a lot of discussion on this, consumption based and destination based. Okay? Third one. Tax under GST legislation in India is being levied. As simple as that. So, you know, GST is follows dash model in India. GST follows which model in India? GST follows dual model in India. Dual model means half of the GST goes to center, half of the GST goes to state government, isn't it? So answer is going to be what? Yes, for third the answer is going to be B, simultaneously by union and state laws. So obviously we have now come to such a level that these are very straightforward MCQs for us. Okay. Now fourth, in the fourth MCQ you will find 5 options being given. Unusual, but 5 options are given. I'll tell you why. This was asked in actually CS executive paper, and what they did is in the exam they asked you only 4 options. In the exams they asked you only 4 options, but none of the 4 options were correct. So while giving suggested answers, we have put another option which is the correct option. So interstate supply of service is primarily covered in section dash of IGST Act. So basically whether the how to identify interstate supply and intrastate supply is given in IGST Act. Okay, is given in IGST Act. So it is given in section 7 of IGST Act. Okay, section 7 talks about what is interstate supply. Section 8 talks about what is intrastate supply. Okay, section 5 of IGST Act talks about levy and collection. Section 6 of IGST talks about exemptions under IGST. Okay, so you should know this basic sections. Correct? Again, IGST Act, I discussed 4 sections with you right now. Of IGST Act, I discussed with you section 5, means it is for what? Section 5 is for levy and collection. Section 6, 7, 8, 6 is for exemptions. 7, yes guys, 7 is for this interstate supply, not only of services, of goods also. So 7 is for interstate supply, 8 is intrastate supply, and mind you, section 10, 11, 12, 13, these 4 sections of IGST Act are for place of supply. Correct? So that is how the sections in IGST Act are placed. Clear? Shall we go ahead? So far so good? Yes, no, quickly tell me. So, fifth question. XYZ Limited engaged in various activities is having a garment showroom in Allahabad, UP, and a leather processing unit in Kanpur. Both these units of XYZ Limited under section 2 treated as. Correct? So there is a what you can say, there is a technical term for this, legal term for this, that is business verticals. So check you have option, whether you have option as business verticals. So answer is D, business verticals. Correct? Then done. So I think today will be done very soon because okay, simple MCQs. Sixth one, construction of a complex building, civil structure or part thereof, including a complex or building intended for sale to a buyer wholly or partly, except where entire consideration has been received after issuance of completion certificate where required by competent authority, or after its first occupation, whichever is earlier, for purpose of taxability under CGST Act 2017, shall be treated as supply of. Yes guys. So what is the answer for sixth? Where does this whole come? This whole big sentence comes from, you know, it comes from schedule 2 activity. Schedule 2 activity talking about construction. Construction is an activity which they have called as service. Correct. It's not actually works contract. It is actually a construction service which we are talking about. Okay. So you will remember this. Answer is C. I don't know whether we discussed this in this 3 days or not. If completed building is given, then if completed building is sold, then is it supply under GST? Yes guys, if completed building is sold, is it supply under GST? Answer is obviously it is not supply. Why it is not supply? It is not supply because building is immovable. It is immovable property, so building is not goods. Correct? But if under construction building is sold, then it is actually supply of. Colloquially I am saying that it is sold, but actually you know it is supply of service. So dealing in under construction building is actually supply of service. Clear? Then any doubt, please let me know quickly. Otherwise we can move on to next one. Yes, very good. All of you answering correctly. Yes, Rajat, Rutuja, correct. Okay, let's go ahead. Seventh, following categories of registered persons are not being eligible for composition scheme. Okay, so who all are not eligible for composition scheme? Supplier of restaurant service, you know, eligible. Manufacturer of notified goods, not eligible. Non-resident taxable person, not eligible. Casual taxable person, not eligible. So answer is second, third and fourth. Okay, you know which are those notified goods. Notified goods are ice cream, pan masala, tobacco and tobacco substitutes. Tobacco and tobacco substitutes and aerated water, isn't it? So for these notified goods, manufacturer of these notified goods cannot opt for composition scheme. And you know, non-resident taxable person means who is for time being doing business in India is also not eligible for composition levy. Same way, casual taxable person is also not eligible for composition levy. Okay, casual taxable person means, you know, who does not have fixed place of business in that particular state. So answer is going to be second, third and fourth. So which option talks about second, third and fourth? It is option B. So see, 7 MCQs done also. Very nice, what you can say, pace we are maintaining. I hope you are understanding. Your replies to tell me that you are understanding it comfortably. Okay, and just let me tell you that tomorrow we don't have any class. Okay, listen to it carefully. Tomorrow we don't have any class. Tomorrow is 19th. So 19th we don't have any class. 2021st we are not doing MCQs, but listen, 20 and 21st we are revising complete income tax on 20 and complete GST on 21st. Getting it? Whole income tax on 20 and whole GST on 21st. Okay, time would be 12 to 3. Earlier I had declared dates as 19 and 20. Now I am doing the dates as 20 and 21. Is it clear with all of you what I am saying? So again, before ending the session, I will tell you that tomorrow no MCQ class, and 20 and 21st entire income tax and GST revision 3 hours each. Okay, going through the entire syllabus quickly. Okay, fine. Then section 2 subsection 62 of CGST Act specifies input tax in relation to registered person to mean central tax, state tax, integrated tax or union territory tax charged on any supply of goods or services or both, and also includes. Okay, so what it includes? So this is basically definition of input tax. Okay, it includes IGST. It includes, what is this second point? Tax under 9.3 and 9.4. That is basically tax under reverse charge basis. Tax under reverse charge basis, yes, included. Tax under composition levy, no. Third is not included. Tax under UTGST Act, yes, included. So you should find such option which accommodates 1, 2 and 4. So your answer should be correct. Your answer should be B. 1, 2 and 4. So this completes your 8th question. Any doubt yet? I'll just grab some water. How is Bangalore and how is Chennai? Okay, so let's go ahead. 9th. Okay, see this 9th. Mr. Pankaj of Delhi, Mr. Pankaj of Delhi supplied goods. Mr. Pankaj of Delhi supplied goods to Mr. Krishna of Delhi for rupees 1 lakh, on which total GST was charged at 12%. Okay, Mr. Krishna after purchase of goods added 20% margin of profit and sold the entire goods to Mr. Ravi of Delhi. The total amount of tax payable after claiming ITC, okay, it's after claiming ITC, please, on such transactions by Mr. Krishna is. First tell me whether it is intrastate supply or interstate supply. So Mr. Pankaj of Delhi, supplied goods to Krishna of Delhi, intrastate. Okay, on which total GST was charged at 12%. Mr. Krishna, after purchase of goods, added 20% margin of profit and sold the entire goods to Mr. Ravi of Delhi. Good. So everything is intrastate only. Correct? Yes. So there is going to be CGST and SGST. You know Delhi, even though it is union territory, there is SGST. So now can you tell me what is output tax? Understand, Mr. Pankaj of Delhi sold goods to Krishna of Delhi for 1 lakh. So basically we have to find liability for Mr. Krishna. So at what price is Mr. Krishna selling the goods? It is said that after purchase of goods added 20% margin of profit. Okay, so what you do is on 1 lakh of purchases, you do plus 20%. I am showing you in shortcut. So it's 1,20,000, isn't it? 1,20,000. You will take purchase cost excluding GST. So purchase cost excluding GST for Krishna is 1 lakh plus 20% profit margin. So 1,20,000. 1,20,000 into, can you calculate 6% each? Can you calculate 6% each? What is 1,20,000 into 6% each? Yes guys, 1,20,000 into 6% each is how much? Quickly tell me. Yes, 7,200 will be CGST and 7,200 will be SGST. Absolutely correct. But when he purchased the goods, when Mr. Krishna purchased the goods, that's for 1 lakh. And on that he has paid GST, of which he will claim ITC. On 1 lakh, how much has he paid? So ITC on 1 lakh, he has paid 6% each. That is, he has paid 6,000. Subtract and tell me what is your net GST payable. So is your net GST payable 1,200 each? I am just showing it to you here. 1,200 each. So what is total net GST payable? 1,200 plus 1,200. Your total net GST payable is 2,400. So ninth answer is going to be C. Tell me, accepted? Yes, very good. They had not asked us bifurcation, but we have shown the bifurcation, no problem. Okay, let's go ahead. 10th. Okay, 10th comes from, mind you, this 10th question comes from section 18 of CGST Act, that is input tax credit in special circumstances. It comes from that. And to be very specific, it comes from 18 subsection 1. And to be more specific, it comes from clause B. 18 subsection 1 clause B. What is that section 18? Section 18 is ITC in special circumstances. Correct. ITC in special circumstances. What are the special circumstances? Earlier I was not able to claim ITC, and now from now onwards I have become eligible for claiming ITC. Why I have become eligible for claiming ITC? Maybe because earlier I was not registered, but now I am becoming registered. So 18(1)(a) talks about earlier not registered, now compulsory registration requirement. And 18(1)(b) talks about earlier not registered, now yes, very good, now getting registration on voluntary basis. Absolutely correct. So what happens is, whatever is tax paid on inputs in stock, okay, on inputs in stock on day preceding the date of grant of registration, that much ITC you can claim. So check. Mind you, you cannot claim in case for capital goods. For 18(1)(a) and 18(1)(b), you can claim only on inputs. For 18(1)(c) and 18(1)(d), you can claim for inputs as well as capital goods. Yes, so see, Raj and company applied for voluntary registration under CGST Act 17 on 5th July 2017. Now, when they apply is not important here. When registration was granted to them is important. So it was granted to them on 15th July. So you can claim entire ITC on inputs in stock as on 14th July. That is day preceding date of grant of registration. So what is the preceding date? It is 14th July. So 10th answer is going to be D. Correct. 10th answer is going to be D. And what they had given you ahead was, he was having stock available against invoices for a period of 3 months old. So can anyone tell me how much old stock is acceptable? How much old stock is acceptable? Okay, you know, 1 year old stock is acceptable. Up to 1 year old stock is acceptable. So here it is only 3 months old stock. So it is absolutely okay. This is given in 18 subsection 2. Okay, so I request you to once go through 18.1 and 18.2. Yes, very good. 11th question. Registered person as per section 35 of CGST Act is required to maintain proper accounts and records and keep at his registered principal place of business. Following are the records specified under this section means 35 are to be maintained by a registered person. 1. Production or manufacturing of goods. Second, inward and outward supply of goods or services or both. Third, stock of goods. Fourth, input credit availed. Fifth, output tax payable and paid. And sixth, such other particulars as may be prescribed. So what do you think? Honestly speaking, as per section 35, it is compulsory to keep all these things. So answer is all 6. All 6 as given above. That is your answer. So any one of you who has missed out on earlier two sessions, any one of the sessions or both the sessions, anyone who missed out on MCQ session 1 or session 2? Anyone missed out on either session 1 or session 2 of MCQs? If yes, what you can do is, it is already uploaded on this same YouTube channel. Okay, you can go and check that. Okay, it's already there in the recorded form. This live video gets recorded and okay, it gets uploaded on the same channel, so you can watch it. And if you are finding it useful, then you can also share this with your friends. Then 12th question. Casual taxable person or non-resident taxable person shall be required to apply for registration at least dash days prior to commencement of business. So can you tell me, CTP and RTP, this is given in section 25. Okay, usually if a person becomes liable to register, he should make application within 30 days from date of so becoming liable. But for NRTP and CTP, they should apply registration at least 5 days prior to commencement of business. Absolutely correct. So answer is going to be B. Yes, very good. It's actually proviso to section 25, subsection 1. It's okay if you don't know in so much depth. I have only one subject to tackle. You have so many subjects to tackle. Okay. 13th question. Very simple. Yesterday we have touched on this concept. Mr. Bala has made supply within state of taxable goods to the tune of 17 lakhs. Okay, that is intrastate supplies 17 lakhs, export supplies 3 lakhs, and intrastate supply of exempt services of 4 lakhs. What is going to be the aggregate turnover as per section 2 subsection 6? That is the question. Okay, so you know that aggregate turnover includes exports, aggregate turnover includes normal supply, aggregate turnover includes exempt supply. So take total of all, and that is going to be your answer, which is 24 lakhs. Check. Check and tell me whether you are getting it. Yes, very good. 24 lakhs. Harshita, correct. Perfect. Yes, very good. Next, 14th. Non-resident taxable person, that is NRTP, is required to provide details in the return for non-resident foreign taxable person in form number. Okay, so it is GSTR 5. Okay, you know GSTR 3B. 3B is for normal taxpayers, correct? Fine. You know GSTR 1 is for outward supply, 2A is for inward supply. You know all these things. Yes. 15th. Input service distributor shall file return in GSTR 6 for the input service distributed by which date? That is the question. So answer is by 13th of next month. By 13th of next month. So monthly return is to be filed by them, by ISD. ISD's concept you will find in section 20, and they will file return in GSTR 6 on monthly basis by 13th of next month. Perfect. Then 16th. Let me tell you, this is again CS executives question. What happened is, this question they gave all incorrect options, okay, in the main paper. So in the suggested answers, again they inserted option E. So that option E is the correct one here. It is about interest on refund. Okay, so do you know what is normal interest rate that you get on refund? Normal interest rate that you get on refund of GST, normal interest rate is 6% per annum. If there is a delay beyond 60 days from date of, you know, application, okay, it is how much? 6% per annum. But in special circumstances like given in the question, it is 9%. No, Kirtana, we are not talking about interest on delayed payment of GST. We are talking about interest on refund. We are talking about interest on refund of GST. Okay. So section 56 of CGST Act specifies that if any tax ordered to be refunded after order of an appellate authority is not refunded within 60 days from date of application filed consequent to such order, interest at the rate not exceeding, here it is 9%. Okay, so you will find it in option E. So that is the correct answer. Okay, clear? If it was normal refund under GST, it would have been 6%. But this is pursuant to, you know, order of appellate authority. So it is 9%. 17th, very simple. 17th, yesterday we did a lot of discussion on these things. Tax on interstate supplies, then import into India, supplies made outside India, and supplies made in special economic zone shall be chargeable to dash. So it will be chargeable to what? So everything of this is, see, this is to interstate supply. Import means also again interstate. You know, supplies outside India is export, means again interstate, correct? And supplies made in SEZ is again interstate. So answer will be IGST. Perfect, IGST, yes. What about others? I can see only Kirtana, Rutuja and Harshita answering. What about others? Yes, sometimes Rajat is also answering. Good. Fine. Let's go ahead to the 18th question. Provisions, just one sec. Okay. Provisions for levy and collection of tax on intrastate supply of goods or services or both by union territory and for matters connected therewith or incidental thereto are enumerated in. So in short, we are talking about intrastate supply, but where? Intrastate supply in union territory. So which act will discuss provisions about the same? So of course it will be UTGST Act, correct? Any doubt here? Any doubt here? Can we go ahead? Yes, so it is UTGST Act. Then the highest enabling limit of tax rate of IGST. So what is the highest rate of tax of IGST? So of course, please understand, this is given in section 5 subsection 1 of IGST Act. Okay, and that is 40%. It is 40%, so answer will be none of the above, because correct answer is 40%. Rutuja, 20% is highest rate of CGST, correct? So similar 20% is given in SGST. So the highest rate of GST is 40%. In IGST it is solely levied, so it is directly 40%. You can find it in section 5 subsection 1 of IGST Act, which is parallel to section 9 subsection 1 of CGST Act. So the rate will be as prescribed, as notified rather, by central government on recommendation of council, but it cannot exceed, yes, but it cannot exceed 40%. Then base financial year for purpose of calculating compensation amount payable to the state as per GST Compensation to State Act 2017 shall be taken at. Means they are asking you base year. So which is the base year as per that GST Compensation to State Act for determining the base year revenue? Okay, the base year is what? That is the question. So base year is 1516. So 1516's revenue you consider, and on that you apply projected growth rate. Projected growth rate is at what percent? Can you tell me? So base year to you understood is 1516. Can you remember what is projected growth rate which you apply. Projected growth rate that you apply is 14%. And after applying that, what you get is called as projected revenue. From projected revenue, you minus actual revenue, and the difference of loss is compensated by center to the state, which is paid to the states on bi-monthly basis. I hope all this you can recollect. Yes, absolutely. For CA intermediate, it's not there. So yes, no idea is absolutely correct. CA intermediate students will not understand this. You have not yet done this. But yes, it is there for CS executive. 21st question. So same issue in 21st question. It is also from GST Compensation to State Act. Proceeds of the cess. Okay, proceeds of that compensation cess will go in which account? So it will go in GST compensation fund account. Okay. 22nd. Proper officer not below rank of joint commissioner or officer authorized by such proper officer can make an order of seizure in form. So here it is GST INS 02. So again only for CS executive this MCQ, not for CA inter. 23rd. Okay, goods seized by proper officer or authorized officer can be released on provisional basis upon execution of bond for value of goods and furnishing of security. The bond so executed will be in form. It is GST INS 4. So I will once give you all list of the forms, maybe in next video's description, especially important for CS executive. 24th. Taxes that were replaced by GST legislation. Again applicable for this is applicable for all, of course. So which are those taxes that are replaced by GST? Purchase tax, yes. Luxury tax, yes. CST, yes. You cannot say option A and B. So actually correct answer is E. That is all of the above. Getting it? And lastly, 25th procedural one, that is the form for withdrawal of composition levy. So the answer for that is GST CMP 4. Correct? So this is how you can tackle today's MCQs. Yes. In 24th question, they were asking you about which all taxes were subsumed in GST. Absolutely correct. Yes, guys. So anything else? So we today had this 25 MCQs which we were able to tackle in 45 minutes with a healthy discussion on them. Anything else? Okay. Is the schedule clear? I'll just tell you quickly that what we are going to do. So also pass on this message to your friends who are not there today. Please pass on this message to them also. See what we will do. 19th October, that is tomorrow. Tomorrow there is no live session. No live session. Okay, you can do your self study, you can watch any previous videos if you want. On 20 October, on 21st October, these 2 days we will do tax revision. Correct? For both CA and CS level. For both, timings would be 12 to 3. Of course, noon, 12 to 3 noon, that would be the timings. This day we will do income tax and this day we will do GST. Is it clear? And from 22nd October we will resume with MCQ solving. Is it clear to all of you? Yes, we will discuss that. We will discuss that special. There are 8 special category states. There are 8 special category states for the purpose of composition levy. We will discuss all such things in that revision on 20 and 21st, and then from 22nd resume with our MCQ discussion. Okay, I hope it is clear to all of you. Okay, so from my end, thank you very much for today. See you on 20th at 12 o'clock. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Take care. Enjoy your Sunday and do keep studying.